Hello, good afternoon, and thank you for making it a Goalbuster Sports Note. I am a Goalbuster, and I want to welcome you to the St. Elizabeth Technical Sports Complex. This is quarterfinal action, the first of three for both teams. Alright, so St. Elizabeth Technical all ducked out in their blue and yellow versus the red and white of the Glenmuir team, all the way from Clarendon. And just let me give you the starting team for the Glenmuir team. Brandon Wallace, 3-4 is a Zachary Messam, 5 is a Jason White, 7 is a Sheldon Baptiste. DeAndre Johnson wears the number 8 shirt, number 9 Orane Watson, the one to watch here. He's on 13 goals and definitely will be the point man here for the Clarendon outfit. And number 10 Kyle Garden, and David Reed, 11 O'Neill Headley, 15 22 is New Money Blackwood, and 40 is Michael Williams, and head coach Andrew Peart, Dane Brown, assistant coach Dashawn Peck, the second assistant coach. So definitely the Glenmuir team, they're here to win, and they're definitely here to give their fans traveling all the way from Clarendon something to watch. The St. Elizabeth Technical team, though, head coach Omar Rambo Wedderburn, Brandon Gale assistant coach, Roger Robinson assistant coach, will definitely be hoping to hold the home advantage going into this game. I am a Goalbuster again, and let me thank you for making it a Goalbuster Sports Note on YouTube and also on WhatsApp, which is the baddest WhatsApp group in this whole hemisphere. Quarterfinal action. St. Elizabeth Technical, Mui Morgan in goal, Dante Campbell, number 2, Kenoy Williams, number 4, number 6 is Jeffrey Henry, Antoine Simmet, 7, 8 is Ricardo Simmet, 9, well, 9 is on the bench today. And that's Najee Brown, number 10, Ajay Simmet, number 12, Chadwick Hendricks, Jamoy Blackwood, Sidane Miller, and Gavasta Edmond. The starting team here for the St. Elizabeth Technical outfit. As the game whistle has been blown from referee Ali Mackenzie, who is the man inside the middle today. The first assistant is Richard Washington, and the second assistant on that far side is a Kemar Gale, and a long ball pointing for DeAndre Johnson, and shove off the ball from number 25 Sidane Miller. A free kick here for the Glenmuir team, and a very interesting area right on this right hand side, and a cute angle for a in swinger, and a Kyle Garden with the responsibility. Glenmuir at the back post, and a flicked on from number 6 Jeffrey Henry, and a force wide, and all the way back to Headley, O'Neill Headley, who bangs that one back in the center. Johnson, and turning side from a Garden, but dispossessed as Smith, who can take the Steths team through. Blackwood wide, last touch off Blackwood, throwing here for the Glenmuir team, and just holding and shielding that ball out as the Glenmuir team, they can rebuild. And goalkeeper Michael Williams, number 40 in the cage today. Number 3 Wallace, who plays at 1 on the line. Johnson was dispossessed. Captain Messam, oh, nice touch, and the ball played long for the chase of Baptiste, and couldn't get there. Was a Sheldon Baptiste, a goal kick. Steths. Here we go.
Hey, the jump off.
So a free kick here for the Glenmuir team, and 2012 champions who get the better of the Steths team. Nice ball inside, headed out partially, and the Gordon was waiting to latch on to that one. As the ball played for Antoine Smith to retrieve, play that one across, and that's a nice teasing ball. And goalkeeper Williams who played that one short, and Gordon who turns back, and Wells who can play that one inside. Gordon who moves inside to receive that pass, and a free kick here for the Glenmuir team. So the Glenmuir team, they're getting some touches. They like to play on this field, as Captain Messam who starts that one immediately, and they play that one through, intercepted by Chadwick Hendricks. Blackwood, that's a new money Blackwood wearing the number 22 shirt. And the Glenmuir team force back when they're playing a 4-3-3 formation. Definitely will get that one through. That's a clever ball through from Wallace, but the on-rushing Gordon wasn't in line to get that one, as Steths who holds possession through Gabusta Edmond. He played that one all the way across. Read nicely from a New Money Blackwood. Now the Glenmuir team again challenge on David Reed. Ball inside and dispossess Jason White, and has done well to regain possession. Whistle on the player, players down. So referee Mackenzie restart this one on to Captain Messam. Glenmuir in possession, and just let me thank you again for making it Goalbuster Sports Note on YouTube, and it's always a pleasure to bring to you DaCosta Cup action, DaCosta Cup 2022, and we're here at the Centre for Technical Sports Complex, and Steths team in their blue and the yellow, and versus the red and white of the Glenmuir team. Here is Antoine Smith with some space to move. The flag stay down, and Gabusta Edmond who plays that one through. Oh, right across the face of goal. And the goalkeeper Michael Williams was beaten. And unfortunate for the Glenmuir team, and that one is across the face of goal. 0-0 remains the scoreline. 8 minutes gone into this one. First half action. As the Glenmuir team, they rebuild again to Jason White, and play that one on, intercepted from number 4 Kenoy Williams, and Wallace who giving away possession from Captain Messam. Ball played inside a little bit too hard there for Antoine Smith, and Ricardo Smith now with a chance to make a touch. Blackwood who turns inside, and giving away possession. Captain Messam on to White, who spreads that one forward, intercepted from Steths through Ricardo Smith, and couldn't get that pass forward. And then number 11 David Reed, who is on 7 goals, will definitely be one to watch in this quarter-final tie. Steths in the blue and the yellow versus the red and white of Glenmuir, the team all the way from Clarendon, Jason White. And throwing players down, as Gordon, number 10. Just a little nick on the ankles. He's a backup as Antoine Smith. So Steths team that is holding their own. Another a team that you can, and that one miscued from number 10 Ajay Smith. That's a ball swung inside, headed out partially from Messam. Gordon with a chance to clear his line. He eased that one back to Headley, plays that one forward. Sidane Miller who bangs that one back in the danger area. Oh, that's a nice ball for a run off for Watson. Orane Watson yet to get involved in this game. He's on 13 goals. So a player that can deliver the goods for the Clarendon outfit. As a throw in here for the Steths team deep down in the Steths team half. A throw in on to number 6, Henry. Simmet, Ajay Simmet plays that one forward. And Messam is a first touch, eludes him, and force a free kick inside the Glenmuir team half. Here we go. Blackwood. Nice ball swung all the way at the back post, and goalkeeper Williams comforting holding that ball. And bowls that one immediately out onto Wallace, who can bring the Glenmuir team forward and close down immediately from Ricardo Simmet. Did not read the flight of the ball. A new money Blackwood. Headley, who just eased the pressure on to number 8, Johnson, DeAndre Johnson, who plays that one through. Intercepted by Captain Dante Campbell. Steths plays that one high. Victon from Blackwood, throwing Glenmuir. So last touch off Blackwood. Steths throwing. Play that one inside a little bit too far as Garden, who plays all the way back to Headley. And here is Antoine Simmet inside to Blackwood. Out wide on to number 6 and showing too much of the ball to new money Blackwood. And the ball swung inside, headed out partially from Messam. And the ball played for the overlapping number 4 Williams, who played that one through, and the goalkeeper comes. So the space and the gaps are opening, and I'm sure both coaches are eager to get into the halftime break where they can point out where the weak point is and where they can attack and where they can stop the gap from their opponents attacking. As a Garden who dribbles on that far side, no whistle, and a referee Mackenzie playing at the momentum really well, as Chadwick Hendricks, who drives forward, giving away a possession on to New Money Blackwood, number 22. Glenmuir in possession, Captain Messam looking for a pass, and found one in Blackwood. New Money Blackwood held on to. Here is the whistle, and referee Mackenzie just issuing a warning on to number 10 Ajay Simmet. Here we go. Messam and Williams, who hit that one forward. Nice touch on his chest. That brings the stride as he played that one down for the chasing Gavosta Edmund, and goalkeeper Williams, who easily and calmly played that one on to Headley, number 15. And a neat touch from Reed. Turns inside. Blackwood. So there are 2 Blackwoods on the park. One for the Glenmuir team in number 22, and one for the Steths team in the number 14, Wallace. And a nice touch inside from Johnson. Jason White. And nice move from Blackwood, New One Blackwood. Ball played across, miscued. Now Baptiste, and Baptiste, I'm sure that coach Andrew Peart not pleased on that finish. So 15 minutes gone in this game. 0-0 is the scoreline as Johnson, who turns. Oh, that's a nice ball through, and a beat the goalkeeper. This should be 1-0. 1-0. And the number 9, Orane Watson. Beautiful pass from number 8, DeAndre Johnson. And Orane Watson has made it 1-0 here for the Glenmuir technical team. A beautiful build-up, beautiful goal. So 1-0. Goal scored in the 17th minute of play. And now the Steths team falling behind 17 minutes in. and now they have work to do, and I'm sure.
Come again, technical.
Here's a ball swung all the way across, and a ball that the Steths team would be happy for, as a throw in here for the Steths team, down a goal 17 minutes in, and number 9 has made it 1-0. Here we go, and they're trying to get that one through. Again was Johnson, DeAndre Johnson, and really having a good game in the center of the park. Captain Messam who eased that one off. Steths through number 6, Jeffrey Henry Johnson, the little slick player. Bunny. Simo. Corner kick here for the Glenmuir team. Number 10 of Gordon, Kyle Gordon, who close that one inside, and here's the header, and that one coming in from the goal scorer Orane Watson. So now he's peeking and getting some touches in. So 19 minutes gone, 1-0 is the scoreline. Glenmuir in front. First half action. In the Steths team with some work to do, and now here is a misunderstanding, a shot there, and that one is gone for a goal kick from number 9 Orane Watson on his weaker boot. So the Steths team, they're getting touches, they are getting in the half of the Glenmuir team, and they're defending well. A good execution, a good goal that breaks the deadlock here in the first half, and I'm sure that the Steths team, with the potential of number 7 Antoine Smith, and I'm sure number 11 Jordan Blake, will be the change of the Steths unit, as Wallace plays that one on to Johnson, and a slick tackle there from Williams. And that one forward for Sheldon Baptiste, who is holding the right side for the Glenmuir team, and taking short to Jason White, who turns back. Messam, Glenmuir team in possession. Wallace, and play that one on the line, and now the throw-in comes deep down into the Steths team. Here we go. Nice turn there from Williams, giving away possession on to Wallace, who switches the play, and giving away possession as Jeffrey Henry, who can take the Steths team forward, showing too much of the ball on to David Reed. Here he is again, a very weak pass, and Headley, who gets that one out of his half. So the Steths team, they're playing a 3-4-3 formation, and which has got a gap in between Sidney Miller and Chadwick Hendricks, which allowed that pass from DeAndre Johnson to pass through. You have to give credit to Johnson. That was a superb pass, but the gap was open. The midfield wasn't closing the play fast enough, so the midfield need to hustle more. They need to track more in order to close down the number 8 player, who is the passer inside the middle, is DeAndre Johnson, and also you have to watch the run of Orane Watson, the number 9, who is definitely slick and going forward, as the Glenmuir team, they take control again through Wallace, and they play that one on to Johnson, ease that one off to Wallace, who switches the play, as Orane Watson robbed off the ball. Ball played through for Williams. Messam, who slides inside Johnson. And inside to guard. He turns and switches the play all the way across to Blackwood. New money Blackwood. And Jason White. Wallace. Glenmuir team passing the ball around. And they're in the Steths team half. White. All the way across to Blackwood. Played that one through. Intercepted from number 6. Jeffrey Henry. As 3 players waited inside the box. Wider space open for White. Over dribbled. Now the Steths team can go forward. The chew was Smith. And the slide that one through on to the run on rushing of Gobuster Edmond. Good defensive work from number 22. New money Blackwood. Free kick Glenmuir. And with the Glenmuir team going forward, they have a pattern where Wallace and on this right hand side is the most used side and going forward. And the Glenmuir team, they like to play on this pitch. It's a wonderful surface to play on, and a very good start for the Glenmuir team. Held on to from a Gordon. Free kick St. Elizabeth Technical. Taken short. Chadwick Hendricks played that one across. Gobuster Edmond with the touch. Here's Damoy Blackwood on to number 6, Jeffrey Henry, who needs to get himself into this game. Nice work to recover for his team. He turns on his right. Played that one inside to Blackwood. Back to Blackwood. Blackwood who stretches. All he needs to do is to get a slide on as Gordon as a skip over one. Play that one wide on to David Reed, who played that one inside on to the goal scorer. That's Orane Watson. And Watson with 2 players as a Reed who forces his way inside. Here is a Johnson. And a Johnson with a shot that is over the top. A goal kick here for the Steths team. So here we go. A goal kick Steths about the Glenmuir team. Really having a good stint in this first 45. 26 minutes gone in this one, and Glenmuir team, they lead this contest by a goal to nil, all courtesy of a 17th minute striker from number 9 Orane Watson. Alright, so here we go. Welcome back to the St. Elizabeth Technical Sports Complex, and Mackenzie, the referee inside the middle, just indicating to the Steths team that let's get this game going, as a number 9 Orane Watson receive a treatment and is ready to get back in this one. A long floating ball at the back post, and a goalkeeper who held that one easily. So 1-0 remains the scoreline. 28 minutes gone in this first half. As a ball swung on to Wallace. Wallace, who plays that one through for the run of Gordon. He's trying to get around Sidane Miller, and has done well to get that ball away. Corner kick here for the Glenmuir team. As a Messam, who races inside the box. Corner kick Glenmuir. And the Steths team there yet to get a corner. And the Glenmuir team with 3 corners at the front post. And that one is out of bounds. It went out and in, and a goal kick here for the St. Elizabeth Technical team. And 1-0 remains at the scoreline. The Glenmuir team, who is in front, all the way over to Headley, on to Reed, and they're enjoying their game. The Glenmuir team, they are in the lead, and they are holding the most possession, as he held a hand out in a Jason White free kick Steths. So silly mistakes like that, I'm sure that coach Andrew Peart will be mindful of, can cost your team, giving away silly free kicks like that. Who floats that one in the center? The goalkeeper comes. Here's the header. 1-1. The flag is up, so that goal will not count. The flag is up on Edmund, so that goal will not count as the goalkeeper is down. Also, Edmund is down. So the game resumes. 1-0 remains the scoreline. 34 minutes gone in this game, and just under 10 minutes remaining in this first stanza. As watch closely, number 10 versus number 10, and free kick. Glenmuir, number 15 Headley, straight to goal kick. So Glenmuir team, they're coming closer and closer. They're in the lead, and the Steths team, the format going forward is a momentary type of pattern. They are playing in moments going forward, and not having that pattern in executing a perfect passing game going forward. As Blackwood, who controls and turns inside, and now the Glenmuir team through number 22. That's a nice ball and a good interception from Sidane Miller. Throwing here for the Glenmuir, taken short, Jason White. And the Glenmuir team, though, they're having good moments, good possession of the ball, as the Headley, who plays that one inside onto the danger man Johnson, onto David Reed, who dribbles and turn all the way back onto Blackwood. Across the field, Wallace, number 3. Glenmuir in possession. White played that one through, intercepted. Fell nicely for the goal scorer in Orane Watson. Rub off the ball. The Glenmuir team still with possession. Swung that one all the way across, and the goalkeeper Mui Morgan, who catches that one really well and intended for bowl that one immediately out. 2 players up field, and the first player to get a head on is a Captain Messam, and the Blackwood who clear his lines as far as to Gordon. Play that one through on for the rushing of Baptiste, who played that one across. The goalkeeper comes. It's still alive. Here's the goalkeeper again. Wonderful goalkeeping from Mui Morgan, and I took that one off the feet of Reed and played that one forward. Now here is a Gabuster Edmund on his left boot, looking for support in the form of Smith, who turns inside and stretches it pass onto Smith, who won possession. Ease off onto Smith, Ajay Smith, number 10, Steths in possession. And the ball played out for a throw in here for the Steths team, and eager to get a equalizer before the first 45. Alright, so and the game can restart, and Orane Watson was warned by a referee Mackenzie to ease off the holding. Free kick, St. Elizabeth Technical. Chadwick Hendricks with this responsibility just inside of the Steths team half. Long floating ball which is direct to goalkeeper. One bounce. No pressure on Williams, the Glenmuir custodian. So 1-0 remains at the scoreline, and 5 minutes of normal time remaining in this one. And the Glenmuir team, they're holding a 1-goal advantage, all courtesy of a 17th minute strike from Orane Watson. Long ball, no pressure for Chadwick Hendricks, who switches the ball on to number 6, Jeffrey Henry, who needs to get a forward pass through. throw-in. Taken quickly, Blackwood. Can he get that one across? Is Henry. Oh, that's a nice ball across. The goalkeeper comes. Is still alive. Antoine Smith who lays that one off. Not a good pass from Ricardo Smith. As a Garden who can race forward, skips away from 2, skips away from 3. Now the whistle comes and a card coming out here for Chadwick Hendricks. So here we go. As the Glenmuir team, they're holding a 1-0 advantage. 3 minutes remaining in this first half, plus added time. And the Steths team who really needs to get a goal before the halftime break. And Sidane Miller, who was alone, but the communication was not loud enough, and the ball was high enough for him to stay under it and get it forward. But the communication is very poor in the Steths starting team. Wallace, Glenmuir in possession. Messam, who wears the captain armband, number 4. Garden, and bonded over. Free kick here for the Glenmuir team. So Garden, Kyle Garden, a force to be reckoned with. Number 8, DeAndre Johnson, who holds the attacking midfield exploits for the Glenmuir team. Free kick from Wallace. Goal kick, Steths. Taken short. Oh, and a wayward pass from Chadwick Hendricks. So we're giving up a throw-in. As Blackwood with that leather and headed on partially. So winning the first ball, the second ball is a very important, as a free kick here for the Steths team. And the referee seen something that I haven't seen. As a Blackwood, and a nice ball over the top. Can he keep that one in play? A little bit too hard there from Blackwood. Throwing Glenmuir. So they're attacking on the right side, the Steths team, through number 6, Jeffrey Henry, but he's not getting it right in the final third in attacking. He needs some good delivery inside and accurate delivery across in order for the Steths team to get a goal back. We are on 45 minutes, so we're in stoppage time. Over the top, Blackwood who flicked that one on, and Antoine Smith, who was clipped from the heels. Free kick here for the Steths team on that right hand side. So free kick, sentence by technical. 4 minutes of added time. Blackwood who plays that one inside. Here's a shot, cleared off the line from Captain Messam, and corner kick here for the sentence by technical team. So the Steths team, they are coming closer and closer. Can they get an equalizer here in the final moments of this first 45? Ricardo Smith with this responsibility. Corner kick here. Sidane Miller, who steps in the box. Corner kick floated at the back post. Still inside the danger area. Now and a goal kick here. So taken short. Ball played inside. So we're in the second minute of a stoppage time as Johnson looking for a pass. He played that one inside to Watson, and Watson did get a touch, and a goal kick here. In fact, it's off Chadwick Hendricks. Corner kick is the result. Garden again, corner kick. Glenmuir high. Ball at the back post. The goalkeeper is there and collects really well. As we're in the final minute of stoppage time. Long ball. And ball played on to Headley. He played that one in the middle, and the Steths team, they're taking too long to advance. They're taking too long to go forward and allowing the number 8 and allowing the midfield of the Glenmuir team to have ample space and time to turn, to see a pass, to move the ball, as the Gordon, who turns away, robbed off the ball. Nice tackle there. White, Captain Messam, and play that one through. Offside flag is up. So here we go. There goes the first 45. 1-0 is the scoreline. All courtesy of a 17th minute strike from Orane Watson.